Here's how to create a great client experience that leads to referrals. No matter what kind of business you are, whether you're service-based or you sell products, it's really important that you have referrals coming in on a regular basis. That's because these are completely free leads that are being sent your way through people who already know, like, and trust you. And people are 33% more likely to buy from a source that recommends you than if you were to just approach them on your own, like through a Facebook ad or an Instagram post. So getting referrals is really critical to the growth of any new business or established business if you want to be spending less on ads or if you just want to have a more effective marketing strategy that's completely free. Referrals are the way that I booked out my service-based business when I first got started before I had the contract shop. And referrals are still the #1 driver of all the content and everything that we have here, mainly through our affiliate program now, which is like paid referrals. But in my service-based business, those were all completely free, which meant that any client that I booked, paid, and signed, I was able to just completely profit off of that 100% with no overhead, thanks to it being a service-based business. Referrals are great because not only do they increase your cash flow, but they're also one of the most profitable forms of advertising you can do, since they literally don't take you any time or any money because other people are doing the marketing on your behalf. And getting great referrals isn't just a matter of luck, actually. There's quite a few things that you can be doing to make sure that your clients are referring you out to their friends and anybody else who's asking for a recommendation. The most important thing that you do with your clients is stay organized and on top of whatever project that they've contracted you for. And this is important because if you are missing deadlines or your communication is spotty, then that at a bare minimum is going to turn clients off. So you need to be really organized so that they understand when you're going to be communicating with them, how that's going to be happening. You can still have boundaries, like you can take your weekends off, but the clients just need to know about those boundaries ahead of time so they can respect them. The more organized you are in your business, the more likely people are to recommend you because they know that you're going to stay on top of things, that you're going to provide good experiences and services to the next round of people that they send your way. Another thing you can do to increase referrals is to give your clients gifts. And if you are on the more budget end of things, a handwritten thank you note is more than sufficient to be a nice, thoughtful gift. And no more than 10% of the client's budget should be spent on gifts at any given time, especially if you're not profitable enough to be spending that much money on their gifts. The purpose of thank you gifts is just to let the client know you're thinking of them and that they're more than a number to you. So sending a handwritten thank you note is sufficient in the case where you don't have much of a budget for gifts, or maybe you just want to keep more of that profit for yourself. Totally fine. You are running a business. So if that is the case, just make sure that you're sending things like a birthday card on their birthday or a thank you note when they sign up for your services. And if you do want to send that little extra, feel free to do that as long as it doesn't cut into any kind of profit margins that you had otherwise anticipated. The third thing you can do is provide amazing service to your clients. So make sure that you are always following up, you're always acknowledging communications, even if it's just an okay or I got this, I can't respond now, but I'll respond later. Just make sure that you're always carrying through and that you're always checking your client contract to make sure that you've provided exactly what services you said you would in the contract, because sometimes we threw something extra in and we didn't realize it in the contract. And if there's anything extra that doesn't take much time or effort from you that you can add on top of that just to surprise and delight the client a little bit, that's always a helpful move in terms of providing the best possible client experience. The fourth thing you're going to do in order to get more referrals is exceed the client's experience. Here's a really good example of this. My wedding photographer sent me a gift when I booked, paid, and signed, and she was happy to have me as a client. That was very sweet, very thoughtful. I'm still using some of the products. I loved it. However, she showed up to our wedding and did a wonderful job. Everybody loved her. Everybody couldn't stop talking about how amazing she was. And I was like, yes, I know. That's why I picked her. But she did something above and beyond that I was not expecting. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to exceeding the client's expectation. So she sent a personalized box of photos in this beautiful cloth box with a handwritten note with her letterpress stationery, and these photos all printed out from my wedding. So this was something I was not expecting that truly exceeded all of my expectations as far as the client service provider relationship. Then the fifth and final way to make sure that you're getting the referrals you need in order to grow your business most profitably is simply to ask for them. Don't be afraid to ask your clients if they have anybody they would like to refer your way. You'll do the work for them in that case, or you could go ahead and just make this automatic by putting it into your email signature asking for referrals. Most people don't know whether you want them to refer you or not. You shouldn't just assume that a business wants referrals if they're completely full, for example. So people might not know that they can or should refer you or that you're looking for other clients. So make sure you're asking them on a regular basis for them to either recommend you out or that you're asking them for referrals of people that you could go out and contact. If you want more information on client referrals, we have a workbook that's all about the ideal client experience, or you can read our blog totally for free where we cover lots of different topics all about creating the best kind of customer experience. So you can use that as kind of like a free mini masterclass on this subject. So make sure you're subscribed, liking this video, and I will see you next time when we talk more about creating this amazing client experience so that you can run the most profitable service-based business possible.